and start.
Hello.
It's been, I don't even know. It's been, I don't know, such a weird week just because it doesn't feel like it's been that long since I've seen you, but it feels like it has been really long.
Yeah, well, like a whole weekend.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like sometimes I see you on the weekends.
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels very, very long. But anyways, you had 2 weddings this weekend, which is crazy.
Listen, I've done so much driving in the past, I don't know, 3-4 days.
Yeah.
I live in Dallas. You live in Fort Worth. I came here to Fort Worth on Friday, drove back. Saturday, I had to drive all the way to Weatherford and then drive back.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, I drove an hour and a half north of Dallas and then back. And then Monday, I had another session in Weatherford and I had to drive all the way to Weatherford and back.
So many things.
Yeah.
That is wild.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. And she also ran today, which is crazy.
I did, yeah.
I was going to run later today and not do my long run because I wasn't. Usually our long runs are on Mondays, but I just was not feeling good on Sunday. And so I just decided to reschedule it to Wednesday. And so that's crazy that you did it before the podcast.
I know. Well, I was like, I have Pilates tomorrow, so I can't do it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Okay, yeah. I don't have anything. I don't have any classes or anything. So I was just like, yeah, Wednesday it is because I don't know how I'm going to feel on Monday or Tuesday. But I'm feeling good today. So I'll probably go run later today, but just not the long run yet.
Yeah. I know. It took me way longer than I thought.
I know.
It took
6
me
miles, guys.
an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know, but that's still like 6 miles is a lot.
Yeah.
To run or even to walk, honestly.
Oh, and I tried out using salt tabs today.
Okay.
And I feel like it made me feel so much better.
Oh, okay. That's
like,
good.
Just like physically, like I felt like I wasn't as exhausted.
Okay.
And like depleted, I guess.
Yeah.
I took 2 little salt tabs like every 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Interesting.
Because I sweat so much. It was like so humid and
I bet.
Just drenched in sweat.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. Because the last long run, I was just like dead. Couldn't do it. Felt like I had never ran before in my life. And it was just like a lot. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it because it is going to be like such a long run that I'm like, oh my gosh, that means like we're getting closer and closer to to having to run a half marathon. And thankfully, I guess we're getting used to like the heat and the humidity and everything because it'll probably be the same on the day of, if not hotter.
I feel like it's gonna be hot, but maybe not humid because I feel like the drought's gonna happen.
Oh,
and then usually like August is really dry, like everything's brown.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's true. We'll see. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing something. Oh yeah, running has just been like, oh my gosh, it's just been crazy. But okay, yeah, I need you to make a TikTok because I think that would be a good TikTok of you telling everyone to try salt tablets.
Well, listen, I thought about it.
Did you?
Morning. I was like,
oh no way!
Maybe I should make a TikTok, and then I just forgot to film anything. But
okay, yeah. I feel like we need to be in our content era.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's feeling in me, and so I'm trying to get everyone else to be with me because then it's like less embarrassing that you're like the only one filming or like talking to the camera.
No. Also, I ran with just my sports bra.
Oh wow! Yay!
I did it.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. See, that would have been a good TikTok. How you felt afterwards? Getting more people to do that.
Yeah. Maybe next time. Next time I'll try and make one. But I don't even know. Like, I don't even remember how to make TikToks. Like, I don't even remember how to like film them and like edit them and stuff.
I just record it on my camera and then I just cut it up in TikTok.
In TikTok? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you can use any other editing app.
CapCut scares me.
It's really not bad. It's actually probably the easiest one you can use.
Oh.
Yeah. And also Instagram, I think, now has their own.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty sure I saw that somewhere. It's been like a few weeks now since they released that. But I think Instagram has their own little editor. So you can do that. But I just heard CapCut did like a new, what's it called? Like the privacy
their
terms of service.
yeah.
And it was really weird. Like they basically like own all the videos that you put in there. So that's a little sketchy. I don't know why they would do that. But
Yeah, I saw that.
Trying to stay away from CapCut. But even, I don't know. I wonder if Adobe has like their own mobile app version of like a Premiere Pro or something. Because they have like Lightroom and Photoshop, I'm pretty sure. So I wonder if they have their own editing app for like your iPhone. But I think you can just do it all on TikTok and it's way easier.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. Is just like record it on TikTok and then you can just make it easy.
Yeah. Well, when I used to do my little outfit videos, I just did it like in TikTok.
Yeah.
But
yeah. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just record.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. I mean, I'm saying this because I need to do it myself too. I need to.
Well, for a while, I
Make some
got
content.
really into like the talking head videos with like the green screen.
Oh, yes.
And that was
love
all
those
on
too.
TikTok.
Yeah, I love doing those too.
Yeah.
Those are fun. But okay, cool. The only thing I did was a proposal, and I do have a story about this proposal.
Okay.
So buckle up. This is the first for me.
Oh.
So I was doing a proposal for how do I explain this? Okay, so Ryan texted me, who was the person that was going to propose, and his fiance was a maid of honor at another wedding that I shot.
Okay.
And so that's how we got connected. And he's been texting me for like months now, I feel like, of just like planning this out. And he just moved to Fort Worth. He was living, I think, in California, which honestly doesn't matter for this story, but here we go. I'm telling you guys all the information. I'm like, go find him. But okay, so he originally wanted to do it at the Stockyards and he wanted to do it at Hotel Drover, but I get so many inquiries for that specific location for proposals, and it's really hard to do a proposal there because they require a fee and it has to be on certain days at certain times. So it can't be like anytime you want, you can just pay them. It has to be like certain times. And it's usually, I would guess it's probably between the hours of like 2 and 4 when they're not as busy with their restaurant is what I'm assuming. Or I think even their restaurant takes like a break in between. So I think that's usually when they like people to do whatever they need to do because there's not a lot of people there. And so I always tell people this and then they're like, oh, never mind. We can't do it. Like, we can't do it there. And so he was like, I still want to do it at the Stockyards, but I know it's not like super private, but I want it to be at least like semi-private, like nothing crazy. And he wanted to do it on a Saturday. So I was like, oh, Saturdays at the Stockyards.
Yeah.
It's going to be busy. Like, it's going to be really busy unless we do it at like, I don't know, like, right when the sun rises or something. Yeah. But anyways, so there's this like there's like this area of the Stockyards. It's like on the side of the Stockyards and there's like a little creek or like river that runs along the edge and it's called Sanders Park, I'm pretty sure. And it's like a creek that like runs through, but not a lot of people know about it because you have to like almost like you just have to know about it to even like run into there, or there's like restaurants that kind of overlook it and there's like stairs. So then you're like, oh, let me go down there and see what this is. Because like a lot of people that I take down there, they're like, I've lived in Fort Worth my whole life and I did not know this was here.
Yeah, I don't know where you're talking about.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's I'll have to show you a picture. But anyway, so that's the area that we were going to do it at. And there's a restaurant that overlooks it. And so there's some stairs that you can come down. And so we pick a spot. He's been like coming to Fort Worth. Like, I think he came twice to just kind of like scout the area and see where he wants to do it, what kind of like the background he wants. And so we decide on that. Like we know the location, the pin, like everything. And so Kennedy, my bride, that was the fiance's maid of honor, is with me the day of because she was going to help kind of like get people to just kind of like move for a little bit, like at least for the proposal, like, hey, can you guys move over here for just a second so we can do this? And so she helped doing that. And then she went away and just kind of like hid because she wasn't going to be there for the actual proposal. And she had called me and was like, oh, they're coming down the ramp or like this like
That's
not
so
a
nice
ramp.
to have someone like
Yeah,
there
oh my gosh.
telling you
Yeah, it was great. I was like, oh my gosh, I need this for like every proposal, because proposals, man, they make me so anxious.
Yeah.
And so where they're gonna come in from, the restaurant that overlooks it has like a little staircase. So if you're going down this like ramp, or not, it's not a ramp, but it's just like you're just going down the creek, but it's a little elevated. Has like a little like not enclosed. I don't know how to describe this area, because it's like if I just take like 3 steps back, they can't see me when they're coming down.
Okay.
So that's what I was gonna do. I was just gonna like kind of like get behind this like wall, and then I was gonna wait, because the area that he wanted to take the photos at, I could see them if he was right there. And so I was just gonna hide for a little bit, because I do have like all my camera gear, everything on me. So I didn't want her to know, because she would have recognized me, because I was at her friend's wedding.
Okay.
And so I'm like hiding a little bit, and some person on the like restaurant's like, they're coming. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me just like take a peek. Miranda, I take a peek, and tell me why he's getting up from his knee.
Stop.
And I like look at him, he looks at me, and we're all just like, wait, what just happened?
No.
Oh my gosh. And so I like run up to them, and I'm like, what?
So you missed it?
I missed the whole proposal.
Oh my God.
But listen to this. So I like look at Nicole, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Nicole. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what came out of my mouth, because I was just like, wait, what? Like, that's not where you were supposed to do it. Like, that's not. So come to find out, I guess I didn't see it, but there was a photographer that was like in the rocks by the creek. And she was shooting some guy with like a guitar. And so I guess maybe what he says is that he was like coming down, and he sees someone with a camera, and the way that she's angling the camera looks like she's taking photos of them. And so he kind of like freaked out and was like, well, I can't miss a moment. And so he decided, like, he got down on one knee.
No.
And because he was also thinking like, wait, that's not the plan. Like because he was thinking like, wait, that's not what like I was wanting, because the background was different, because it was like a different way of shooting. And so I think he just got like really nervous, and just like was just like, oh, well, there's a girl with a camera.
That's so stressful.
She's pointing right at me. So like, why wouldn't I just get down on one knee? Because it's like, well, she's like right in front of where I want to take photos. So
oh my God.
I was like, oh my gosh, why would I ever do that? You sent me so many photos of like where you wanted to do it. And it was so funny. Nicole was like, no, this is honestly perfect for me. Like, I want to choose my side. I want to be like,
okay.
And they were saying that when he got down on one knee, there was like a cluster, like a group of people, like right where they were doing it. And so it honestly turned out fine, but it was just so funny, because I was just like, oh my God, what are the chances there's another photographer, and he's like coming down, and he thinks that that's me, and not, yeah. So.
Oh, that's why proposals are so stressful.
Yes, I know. And they were fine with it. And honestly, like I mean, what can I do? Like, it's a surprise proposal. Like, I can't go back and, change anything about it. But it turned out fine. They were both like laughing. And honestly, it is a great story. And why I'm like, I don't know if I want to do these anymore.
Seriously.
They're just so stressful. But yeah, it turned out fine. We got some redo shots, and she got to choose her side, and it all turned out perfectly. But it was just so funny to just like realize, like, me looking at him, and then him looking at me and being like, oh no, what have I done? Because the spot was not the spot that he was going to do it. So yeah, it was.
He just got flustered.
Yeah, he got flustered, because there was also like a group of people. So I'm assuming he really did get flustered, because I feel like he should have waited until like the people left or gone down a little bit more. But I thought I think he thought that girl taking pictures was like ready to go, like, we're doing it now. It was just weird coincidence, and like, I don't know.
Man.
Yeah, because I didn't see the girl taking photos, because where I was standing, I couldn't see her.
Yeah.
So, and I would have never thought that he would think that it was me, because she was taking photos of someone else. But I mean, he's nervous. He's about to propose. Like, I can't imagine what I would be
He's
thinking
not
and
thinking
feeling.
straight. Yeah.
So that happened, and that was fun. But she had like a little afterwards. They had like he went to we all went to Billy Bob's, and he had like rented a room for all her friends and family to be like waiting for her to like be surprised. So it was really cute. And then there's this portion of that creek park area where her dad decided to like plant stuff. And yes, he like planted some plants, had like a rose waiting on them, like waiting for them there. It was the cutest thing ever. I was just like, what the heck? Yeah, it was really cute. And he was telling Kennedy, my past bride, that he just decided to do it like the night before or something. And he was like, yeah, I have to come pick it up because it's private property. And it was so funny. I was like, is he a landscaper? Like, why would he do that? And she was like, no, he's a music teacher. He just wanted to make it pretty. Aww. And I was just like, that is so cute. Oh, but yeah, what a story. That's never happened to me before. So yeah, that was the time that I missed the proposal.
Man.
Sad day. They were awesome, but it was just so funny. She was like, no, it would happen to us.
Bro.
I was like, oh my God, no, this is
At
crazy.
least you saw like that person being like, they're coming. And then you're like, you could realize what was happening.
Yeah.
Imagine you're just standing there for like 10 more minutes, not knowing what's happening.
I know. He like goes up to her and is like, hey. Yeah, no, I'm glad that I did a little peek, because it was just like the perfect timing too of me realizing like, oh, they just did it. Crazy. So there's that story. So very eventful for like a 2-hour proposal.
Yeah.
But it was great. They were good sports about it. They were really, really sweet. And yeah, they just seemed like
cute.
It was perfect. Yeah, it was perfect for them the way it happened. So yeah, that was my story. But that's all that happened to me this weekend. Honestly, there really isn't anything else that I did. But I know you had a story to tell about the photographer that you DM'd.
Oh, yes. Okay. This is a story about a girl who has some heroes. And I just wanted to encourage you all that if you have someone that you are really looking up towards and you really admire, don't be afraid to reach out and talk to them, because I messaged one of my favorite photographers. Her name's Camille. I always don't know how to say her last name. I think it's Delon. Okay. It looks like Delane, but I think it's Delon. And she's like a New York City based wedding photographer. And I've been obsessed with her stuff like since I found her like 2 years ago. And I just had a question about like how she does like flat lays, because I never saw her really post any of them. And I was just curious like how she approached flat lays, or if she even does flat lays. And so I feel like because I had a very specific question, she replied back to me, which I was so excited about. And yeah, it was just like a really wholesome experience where I felt like we were kind of like just peers, and she was just talking to me like I was just one of her homies, and I was like, wow.
Which is so cool.
Yeah. She sent me like a whole like voice note. But I just feel like if you're like a real human and you like are caring and you reach out to someone else who's also a real human, I just feel like they'll probably respond to you.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like trying to slide into her DMs being like, hey, like if you ever need a second shooter, or I wasn't trying to like gain anything from her. I mean, I was trying to gain information from her, but it was just like a very specific question that I had, and I also just it
wasn't
told
like
her,
open-ended.
Right. And I told her like how much I like admired her and everything. And so Yeah, it was just like a sweet little cutie moment.
it was perfect. I was like, yes, that's the way to go about things, because if someone had a specific question like that, I'm more than down to answer something
Yes.
like that. But if it's just like, hey, can I second shoot for you? Or like, hey, can I do this? Can I assist? I just like, I don't know. I'm just like, that doesn't feel very, or you just followed me and you're like, I love your work, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
And I'm like, you just followed me. How
Yeah.
you don't know me yet. Like, it just
Yeah.
feels so inauthentic to me when people do that. And it's because like, I don't know you. Like, what about me do you admire about my work? Not just like, I love your work. Cause it just seems like you're copying and pasting this to every photographer in the area. And so, yeah, something like that, I would have been like, oh my gosh, yes, let's talk about it.
Yes. And I did say, I didn't just say that I admired her work. I was like, I really like how you have a very, like particular style, and it's very consistent. And I just wanted to know how you like shoot a detail like flat lay, like an invitation suite that would fit this style, because I haven't seen it before. But yeah, I wasn't just like, oh, love you.
Yeah. Let me second shoot for you, even though you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way more authentic about that stuff. But what did she say? I want you to tell the people.
So,
because it's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
About the flat lay controversy, because a lot of people hate it, a lot of people love it, a lot of people are just like, whatever.
Right. And I feel like the reason why I hate them is because I honestly don't think that I'm good at them. And I like the inspiration that comes through me is about shooting like with people.
Mm-hmm.
And so like flat lays are just basically like product photography. Like that's why like even like reception details is hard for me sometimes. And so like if I didn't have to do them, I wouldn't. But I know that like stationary people really want those flat lays. Planners want those flat lays. So I was asking her like, do you still do them and just not show them? Or do you shoot them in a different way than everyone else's? Because I feel like there's a standard like formula for a flat lay. And I just wanted to know if there was any like different way to do it.
Yeah.
And she was basically like, I also hate them. But yes, I do them because planner relationships are the most important thing to me. And I was like, okay, heard. And she was like, I was just telling my husband this the other day that how much I hate them. And he was saying that everyone has one part of their job that they hate and they just do it anyways because you have to. And he was like, taking 15 minutes out of your day to do this, even though you hate it, is gonna like reap you benefits. Like,
yeah.
Like, so yeah, it was very interesting. I felt like validated to know that like she still does them and she still values planner relationships over, because she was like, like it kind of feels like if you don't love something and you do it for the sake of a planner, it kind of could feel like you're selling your soul, like you're selling your artistry. But she was saying that, no, just do it.
Yeah. Well, and it would be different if you were just doing weddings for free or for like just the joy of it, because then you wouldn't really have to do that. But like wedding photography at the end of the day is still a business, and you have to have business to operate the business. And so if you do have to, take some time just to do something that you really don't like to do too much, then you're gonna find what's it called? Like you're gonna, if you do it for the planner will like, oh my gosh, what am I trying to say here?
I'm trying to say the same thing and I can't.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? You'll reap the benefits, but like that's not the right word.
No.
Anyways, yeah, it'll
come back to you.
You'll see more, in the long run than not doing them at all.
Yeah. It was just like really like validating for me because I value her artistry so much because it's just so different than anyone else's. And that's like it's so identifiable. So I really value that she's so successful in that, but yet she still does things for others.
Yes.
And,
Yeah. Because it's true. It's like when you when you first like decided, or when you first realized like, oh, maybe I should be doing this for the planner and the stationer's sake, because they are also a part of like the wedding team. They're not just like someone that, you know, that just decided to be at this wedding or like just decided to do this for fun. Like they were a part of like the design and everything, and something that the couple wanted. And so, yeah, I think that was really interesting too, because when Miranda was first telling me about this, I was like 100% sure that she was going to say like, oh, nope, she doesn't do them.
Right. Yeah. I was so curious to see if she did, because I mean, there's some people that like will stand on their business of like, I'm not doing this if I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was like humbling to like hear like, yeah, I do things I don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah. We all do it.
Yeah.
We all have to do it. And
like no one's above it.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And it's so true, especially if you're in business. If you're just doing art to art, then that's fine. But it's like you have to run a business and you have to make money. And planners are like, yes, business. You're a service-based business. And so, yeah, you have to do things that maybe you don't like to do, but your client, your couple, the planner, like everyone made this decision to include something, so you might as well take photos of it. Yeah.
And she was like, I just do it like everyone else. I just don't like, I'm not posting that on my Instagram.
Yeah, because to her, it doesn't give her anything.
Like, it doesn't like further her brand.
Yeah, so exactly. And so, yeah, you can do things, especially like on wedding days. I know some photographers won't take like certain pictures, but it's like, okay, then just don't post the pictures that you don't want to show. Yeah. That's always been like my viewpoint too. Like I might not want this picture, but the couple wants this picture. They told me to take it the day of, even though there's like stuff in the background. There's just like a lot of junk. It's not like the picture perfect photo, but I'm going to include it anyways because they told me to take it.
Right.
Like I'm not just going to be like, no. Doesn't match my art.
Right.
But of course I don't have to show it, so
yeah,
it'll be fine. Yeah, that was really interesting. I loved hearing that conversation, and I'm glad that they responded to you.
I know, it was just so nice. Like,
yeah, that is really nice. Yeah, I think we need to do that more with people. Just like that's also how you build community and peers and like everything. That's like one of my goals. I guess we can go into like our little mastermind talk.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because one of my goals that I wrote down, like my summer goals, was to DM more planners and ask them to like meet up and like have lunch or happy hour or something, just to kind of like refreshen the connections or like meet new planners, or I don't know, just get to know the people that I already know a little bit better than just like on Instagram. So that was one of my goals that I kind of like was writing down during our little mastermind co-working session. It was really good. Loved what we did, and we had a lot, honestly.
I felt so productive that day.
I know, me too. I felt really, really productive that day too. I was like, wow, okay, we're just thinking of things that
you like wouldn't necessarily feel that way by yourself. So like bouncing off other people, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, one of the things was like the main thing that I really wanted to focus on that day was just like our podcast, because I had been thinking a lot about like how to grow our podcast and like how to, honestly, just how to grow it. Like, how do we get more of an audience, blah, blah, blah. And like for the past couple of months, I'd been thinking of like, okay, is it the production? Is it this? Is it that? And then, I don't know, like last week I was like, wait, it's not the production. It's not how to make our episodes better. It's really about how we're marketing it, and we're not marketing it as well as we can. And so that's when I was like, oh, that's what we need to do. We just need to up the marketing and the production of the actual marketing instead of the other way around, where like, there's not a lot of people watching. So then why would I up the production of the people that are watching our show already? Like, they don't really care. It's just like, we need to market it more and get it out to more people. And so that's really what I wanted to focus on, and just kind of like the workflow of our entire podcast and how we had been doing it wasn't working. It was for the start and it was great, but now it's like we needed to like change it up again to make sure that we are marketing, the production of like the marketing is actually good. So for videos, like our reels look better than anything else, because that's really what's going to get more people to view our podcast, follow the podcast, whatever it is. And so that's where I was like, oh my gosh, sometimes you're looking at it the wrong way. And you just need to like just have that flip of like, oh wait, why was I even thinking that? Because now I'm like, why was I thinking that?
Yeah, it's like you could be like so hyper fixated on one part of your business, and then you realize that like that isn't going to necessarily grow you.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Because like if you can like make it perfect and beautiful all you want, but if there's no eyes on it, then it's like, what are you doing that for? Yeah.
What's the point? Yeah. So that's what I kind of came to terms with. And then we were trying to make like a workflow for how we're like uploading and the clips and everything like that. So just trying to streamline that process, because it was great when we first started, but again, things need to change. Like, we got to change.
I feel like your whole editing flow kind of changed, so that kind of changed how we were doing the workflow. So now that it's like, okay, we have a fresh start, I feel good about it.
No, I feel really good about it too. So hopefully that works out, and we'll see how it is by the end of the year, if anything has changed, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. So that was like the main point of our little mastermind. I really wanted to make sure that our workflow was like working, and like we would be able to do it, and like when we were going to do it, and how, and everything. So there's just so much to do. Honestly, like it really, you think a podcast is easy to like do, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard.
And then after we kind of figured out that workflow, I was plugging like reminders and tasks into my weekly workflow.
Yes,
just of,
that's
like,
what we were working
everything.
on.
Yeah. And I've gone back and forth like doing weekly schedules, weekly workflows on different like apps and journals and stuff. And I just really like came down to, you know what? I just use Google Calendar and that's it. And so I plugged everything into Google Calendar like by the hour. And I feel like it works for me because I have just like the Google Calendar widget on my home screen. And so it tells me like, okay, this hour you have to do this. And I feel like because I'm constantly on my phone, chronically on my phone, and I'm constantly seeing the to-do list, I'm like, okay, now I know what the next step is. And it helps me, I don't know, for me, it just helps me follow my schedule, because I can have a beautiful schedule, but I won't follow it. Like if I don't see it all the time.
No, that's so true. Yeah. So that's what we were working on, is our weekly schedules of like when we're going to do this. And it's crazy because it's like, okay, when are we going to run? When are we going to go to Pilates? When are we going to do this? And like work and all of the things. But yeah, I'm glad we did that too, because I really needed to refresh my weekly schedule, just in terms of like work and just like habits too, of like, when am I going to read and things like that. So that was really good to kind of look over as well. And then I was thinking of also changing my my Instagram name, because I have my photography account, and then I have like my like education personal account. And so I wanted to change the name of my education personal account because it's too close to my photography name. So I just wanted to kind of change that up. So that's something that I was thinking about that day. And I did end up changing it. It's just my first and middle name now. It's Kimberly Merlane, and that's it. And I was just I was thinking too hard of it, and I was like, you know what, this is just gonna be what it is. Like, I don't want it to be anything more than that, because like originally I just wanted it to be my first and middle name, but that was already taken, and so I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna put an "it's" in front of it and be okay with it. Like,
well, that's helpful for me because when I'm searching it, I can actually find it. Because your, like you said, your photography page and your personal was like too similar, and so whenever I would search just Kimberly Carrera, it would be like both of them will pop up, and I would accidentally tag one when I was trying to tag the other one. So
yeah, I know it was confusing even to me sometimes, and just like thinking of like the tags and everything. I didn't want a vendor to accidentally tag my other one. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to change it. It's time. It's time for a little change. So that's something that I was wanting to do too. And then we were both talking about like curating and re-editing wedding photos too. Just like going back through old galleries and finding hidden gems that we didn't really necessarily think of at the time, and just really re-editing, because I feel like a lot of my weddings in the past I really still love, but the editing is just kind of like, ooh, just not my style anymore.
Yeah.
Just so funny to think about. Like, I used to love what it looked like, and now I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
jump scare. So it's funny how like our style evolves so much and so fast too. Because some of these weddings I didn't even do that long ago, and I'm like, oh gosh, why did I edit like that? But I also told Miranda, I was like, sometimes I feel like that about our sneak peeks too. I'm just like, when I go back and like edit the entire gallery, I'm like, ooh, these sneak peeks. What did I do?
I always change
Like,
it.
what the heck? Where was I looking? Why is this so warm? Like, oh my gosh, it's crazy looking back at sneak peeks. So yeah, there's that. But that's something that I really want to do. That's like kind of like my summer goals. It's like curating, re-editing photos, DMing planners, making sure our workflow for the podcast is good. And then I think something else that I wanted to do was just update my photography Instagram highlights. That's what I really need to do as well.
Wait, I'm doing the same.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. I really need to update those because they don't really match my brand anymore.
Yeah.
So I need to update those.
Yeah. And then something else I was working on was a new service, a new offer for other photographers. I'm calling it Curate with Confidence.
Ooh, love.
And it's basically just a portfolio review where I help people choose like the photos that they want to post on socials. And I'm calling it like Curate with Confidence because my intention behind it is to set people up to be like sufficient and they can do that for themselves, and kind of teaching how you can do it. Because I don't want to just be like, I thought about like maybe doing like a quarterly like subscription where I would do it for them over and over again, but I don't really want to do that. And also I want them to be able to feel like they can like hone in that new skill so that they don't have to pay someone else to do it, you know? And so, yeah, I was just waiting on one testimonial. I got that. So
oh, yes.
I literally like made the whole proposal. I just need to like launch it now.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm so excited. That'll be so good. Because I always see Instagram posts of people wanting something like that. Like they don't want necessarily like a social media manager. They just want someone to be able to like pick photos for them to like have and use for their portfolio, or mostly Instagram is what I see a lot. They just need someone just like different eyes on different photos just based on their branding. And that's kind of too what I was doing, is trying to figure out like what I wanted to offer too, because I've always loved social media and branding, and recently more so branding, because I think if you know your brand, everything else is a little bit easier to do, like social media, your website, literally everything else. And a lot of people skip that step whenever they're building a business, which is, I don't know why. I don't know why people, because that's a really important step. But I guess maybe it also takes some time for you to understand what your brand even is, where you're wanting to go, the direction you're wanting to go. And so that's something that I also want to start offering, is just something with branding. I'm not sure what yet. I haven't really figured that out, but yeah, just something with like branding and making sure you know your brand well, so that whenever you do want to curate, you do know, okay, what do I need to curate for my brand specifically? Because every brand is so different. Yeah. So yeah.
And like that's something that, unless you went to business school or like branding or like marketing school, like you just don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the times when you're starting a new business and you don't know anything about business, like, yeah, you don't really think about the branding first. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
It takes someone else like skilled like you to help them along.
Yeah, because the branding that I want to do is not really so much the aesthetics of it. Like I'm not wanting to do any graphic design or anything. This would be like kind of just getting to know what your business does, who you are, what kind of clients you want to serve, things like that, and getting to know who you are and what your brand is. And then when you have that, you'll be able to tell a graphic designer, okay, this is who I am. And it'll be trust me, it'll be so much easier than going into it blind with your graphic designer, especially if they're not really like I don't know, experienced graphic designer, because then they won't ask you any questions about your brand. They'll just kind of make something up for you. And then like a year later, you're going to be like, oh, that doesn't match my brand at all. So that's something that I'm really wanting to hone into within like the next couple of weeks. So that'll be interesting to see what we come up with and what we launch. That'll be really fun to do.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And it'll just be like another stream of income.
Yes. That's the other thing that we were wanting to do, or at least I think that's what I talked about the last episode, where I just like want more streams of income, because I really don't have that many anymore. I just have my weddings and like couples, and that's kind of it. And so I do want to make more.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to get into education and all that stuff. So it's like I should do that. Yeah. I need to get that done. So yeah, that'll be fun for us to do. And again, you need to do a little mastermind with yourself, with your friends, with other business owners, because it really does help, even if it's just something, just like one thing that you have to kind of like focus on. Because it really helped. We didn't really talk about much, but it did help, just like creating the weekly schedule, talking about the podcast, and then kind of like what other offers we want to do for like the summertime.
Yeah. Especially like, now that it's kind of slower, it's like nice to work on another project.
Yes. Yes. Yep. No, that's so true. And I still have so much to edit, but I'm going to try. I go to Mexico next week. So I'm going to try to like edit pretty much everything that I need to beforehand, like this week, and just like really grind. So that way next week, I don't have to think about it, because I know I'll be thinking about it, and I don't want to bring my laptop or anything. Like I just want to be able to relax. So I have a lot of editing to do, but that's okay, because I'm just going to grind it out and just keep thinking about like my trips to Mexico.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
No, it will be worth it. But I guess the last topic we can talk about is Love Island.
Oh my gosh.
Casa Amor just opened up when we're recording this.
Casa Amor is my favorite. I'm so nervous. I can't believe that they all had to recouple.
I know. That's wild. I don't think that's never happened.
No.
Wild.
And like there's 2 single people. Like, are they going to boot them off before they go?
Yeah, Ariana said 24 hours. I was like, what do you mean? What's going to happen in 24 hours? They're going to recouple?
Poor little Amaya. I know. So sad for her.
I know.
She's really grown on me.
Oh, no. I love her. She's one of my favorites. Her and Sierra are like my top 2 favorites. I love Shelly and Alondria, but like I just see myself in Sierra, and then Amaya's just so cute.
She's so cute. I see myself
like, so
in Amaya.
She's just so wholesome. She just like wears her heart on her sleeve, and I just love how like compassionate and just like sweetie she is. She's just so cute. But I was listening to a podcast this morning, and they were talking about Love Island, but they were talking about Love Island in a way where they don't know any, like they're not watching the show, so they're just getting it from like TikToks and things like that. And so it's just like a funny point of view, because they're like talking about it, and one of them was saying like how like the girls are just like 10 out of 10s, like they are so gorgeous, and then the guys are just kind of like mid, like honest, and that's kind of like, that's true. The girls are just so gorgeous, and they're like trying to like, I don't know, like couple up with these guys that are just kind of like like they're okay, they're just not bombshells. Like they're good looking guys, like don't get me wrong, they're on Love Island, but like they're not like bombshells. Yeah. So it was just funny hearing their point of view of it. And they were also talking about Huda, and I need to rewatch the first few episodes, because they were saying that Jeremiah was very like love bomby, like
that's
very,
what I've been saying.
And I guess not that I didn't realize, because I did realize he was being like that. And honestly, that doesn't excuse what Huda does or anything,
no, but I also
it's
did
just
not,
like
I didn't
clock it as, no, I mean, I both truthfully I don't like either of them. They're just too much for me. I think energetically, I'm just like, ugh. Just the screaming, just like, I just can't do it. I just don't like the screaming and the name calling. That just like, gives me like the ick. But yeah, I just like need to rewatch those first few episodes because it was like Jeremiah was like very, very love bomby to her. And it's so funny. I sent Miranda a TikTok where she was like, all my morals go out the window when I'm watching this show. Everything I know about anything like goes out the window. These are my little lab rats, like, and I'm watching them. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so true with Love Island. Like it is, yeah, everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not a compassionate person. No. I'm like, why are you doing that?
When we're watching Love Island, we're the most judgy people.
Most judgmental I've ever been, yes.
Which is just so funny.
I know.
Who gave us permission? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's nothing personal. I'm sure all of them are fine people, but yeah, it's just so funny that everything just goes out the window when we're watching Love Island. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so Casa Amor, yeah, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think, who are the strongest couples? Like Ace and Shelly? Oh, wait, are they a couple?
Yeah.
I always forget who's in a couple. Yeah. Ace and Shelly, Taylor and Alondria, and then kind of Nick and Sarah. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know.
It seems like Ace doesn't really like any of the girls from just like this past episode.
I think he's Team Shelly all the way.
Yeah. Taylor, I'm not sure. I don't think I really saw much of him and what he was thinking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2 girls picked him, remember?
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
Coco, she's stunning.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, all the girls are like 10 out of 10s. And actually the guys in the Casa Amor Villa were actually okay. I was like, oh, this should have been the main cast. Like these tall guys, like, and of course
6'8".
That doesn't matter in real life, but it matters in Love Island. Like,
oh my god,
yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, it's so funny. I'm just like, oh my gosh, Love Island, what are you doing to me? But it's so crazy when you're watching it in real time because it seems like Casa Amor is too soon, but they always do it around this time, and I don't know why it feels like it's too soon for them to be doing.
I think it's because everyone's been open this whole time. Maybe like no one's closed off. I feel like normally there's like 1 or 2 couples that are closed off.
Yeah, maybe so.
And so when they go into Casa, it's like, ooh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
But now that everyone's just kind of even, it's like I feel like there's not that much drama.
It just didn't like, I wasn't like excited for Casa Amor because it was just kind of like, oh well, they're all gonna get with someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're all choosing someone else. So I just thought that was weird, where it like felt like it was way too soon for Casa Amor. And also, what happened to like the heart rate challenge? What happened to like there's like usually, I feel like there's usually like a tweet challenge before like Casa Amor. Like it. That's why I feel like maybe it's
after.
Really?
Yeah.
The heart rate challenge?
Yeah, you got heart rate challenge, the Twitter one, and movie night. They're all like after Casa Amor.
Well, I know movie night is, but the heart rate challenge I feel like always happens beforehand. Maybe not. I don't know.
Did they, instead of doing a heart rate challenge, maybe they did that like bondage thing?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they changed it.
Yeah. Maybe so. I don't know. They're doing too much now, I guess, maybe. Because I'm like, why are they bringing in Meg Thee Stallion? Paige is here. Like, it's just so random to me. I'm like, what is happening? They usually don't have like that many people like coming in and out of the villa. So it was just funny. But there was something else that I wanted to talk about. How have you been seeing all the Ace and his followers like memes and TikToks of like Ace just being like this mastermind?
That's like, what Ian thinks. I haven't seen it.
Really, it's just like, I do not like that man. I don't like him, and I think I realized this yesterday. He just thinks that he knows more than other people, and he thinks that he knows better than the person that's in the couple or whatever. Like, he just thinks he knows better, and I don't like people like that. And also, I cannot believe they voted out Jeremiah.
Oh my god! I'm glad they did.
It
was the only one who wanted him out was Ace, though.
Oh, I'm sure. And then everyone was like, "Oh yeah, we agree."
Yep.
Yeah. No, literally, Ace has had it against Jeremiah since day one. Yeah. Like day one, he did not like Jeremiah. So it's just interesting to me the way he like was just so like hyper focused on Jeremiah, because like everyone else was doing the same thing. Like Taylor and Alondria had been kind of together since the beginning. maybe they were opened a little bit more than everyone else, but it's just like, I don't know. He's just like his mindset just is only for Jeremiah and not any other like islanders or anything. Yeah. So he just gets on my nerves.
I also can't believe Hannah went home.
Oh, I know. Poor Hannah.
I said, what are y'all doing? Like she's playing the game right. She's found 2 connections. And
I know. Yeah.
I just felt bad.
Who did you want to go home? Iris or something? Or who else would
I wanted Huda to go home.
Oh, well, obviously, but she couldn't.
I felt like maybe it was Amaya's time. She just couldn't find any connections.
That's what I was thinking too. But I think they do love Amaya too. She kind of keeps it real.
Yeah.
Luna. Oh my gosh, my dog is just tearing up my rug in the background. This is why we can't have them in here. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I guess I'm excited to see what Casamar is bringing, but it just all seems so fast. But I think it's like episode like 20 already.
My God.
It's crazy. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Summer is trucking along.
I know.
Dude,
that's why I'm like,
over.
It feels too soon, but it's actually not. But I don't know. We'll see what happens on Love Island. I'm not watching anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm watching I think it's called Next Gen NYC.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, you don't watch Housewives. It's basically like a bunch of housewives kids, and they're all like in NYC together.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
Oh, interesting.
Actually, you should just watch that because you don't have to know like much lore. Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's a lot of shows that I have been wanting to watch that I just haven't been watching. There's a show called Overcompensating that I heard is really good. The new season of Hacks. If you've never watched Hacks, Hacks is really, really good. It's like short episodes, and they're just so funny. It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
Hacks is really good. I think you and Ian would probably like that. And I'm trying to think. There was another show everyone was talking about. Adults on Hulu.
Oh. Yeah. I don't ever get on Hulu.
I don't either.
Like I sleep on it.
Yeah, I don't either. The only thing, what do I watch on Hulu? Why is it that I have Hulu? I watch Shark Tank on Hulu. I used to watch Grey's Anatomy. I kind of stopped watching Grey's Anatomy. There is another show. It's a cooking show. Next Level Chef. I love Next Level Chef.
Oh, wow.
That's a really good show. It's like social media chefs, home chefs, and professional chefs competing against each other. Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's really cool. I love that show. And I'm usually not like a cooking show kind of girl. Like that's the only show I watch that's like about cooking. And I guess, yeah, occasionally sometimes Hulu has like a good documentary or something, but I really don't have it for much. But Adults on Hulu is supposed to be really good. It's an FX show though.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've only been watching reality.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been spending a lot of time like watching TV because I've been really into reading
books.
So.
Yeah. I haven't really been watching just regular TV. Just like I love YouTube podcasts, and that's all like I watch. When I'm watching something, I'm like watching a podcast. So I really need to get back into like watching other shows because I was watching like also reality TV. I'm more the competition route, less the reality TV, I guess. And all my shows are done. So I'm like, well, I guess now I just have to watch people.
When does Traders come out?
Trader, like January.
Oh, it's not until next year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because they just started.
Because Rob is going to be on there.
I know. Rob was in the. Oh wait, Rob.
From Love Island?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. I thought you were talking about, okay. There's so many Robs in reality TV. I'm like, okay.
Not that Rob.
Yes. There's so many people that I want to watch on there that are from Survivor. There's Rob from Love Island, which is so funny. I just cannot believe that he's gonna be so good on that show. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people that I like on on Traitors, and I'm gonna watch it regardless anyways, even if there wasn't.
Yeah.
It's literally like all the reality shows that I love in one. It is so good. I like could not believe it when it first started, and everyone was sleeping on it when it first started. I'm telling you guys, I'm always on the top of the reality shows.
Yeah.
And like the second season's always when people like come, and I'm like, y'all have been missing out.
Yes.
I've been telling you guys this for so long, so that's why I'm like, I need to watch other shows so that way I can be like the first to know. Like Yellow Jackets, loved Yellow Jackets, and people are just now realizing how good Yellow Jackets is. So yeah, but I guess that's it. I don't really have anything else to talk about.
Yeah, me neither.
Kind of. That's all we did. That's all we have left for you guys. But all right, sounds good. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening to us. See ya.
See ya. Bye.